is day 11. No, it's day 12, I think, of our cruise. And we are heading towards Messina in Italy. And nice to see that the rain has finally stopped. The wind obviously hasn't because we are sailing. So we have got up early because we're on a tour today, and we are heading to the dining room for some breakfast. But before we do that, I am going to do a little bit of the footage of my ship tour. So that's the plan for this morning for an hour or two. I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time as well, so stay tuned for that, and I'll catch up with you probably for breakfast. I'm not even sure if my camera's picking this up, but just over there's a little tiny end of the rainbow. So we are just coming into Italy. I'm not sure how long we'll be before we're docking, but we've got a tour booked. So we've had some breakfast. I'm not going to carry on talking in case you can't hear me, but I'll see you later. Oh my gosh, we're in the city centre. Well, there's some beautiful churches I can see already. 1, 2, 3 steeples. One there, and one there. And it looks like we've docked in the centre, like in the city centre, because it's really busy. But we've got a tour, like I said. We've had breakfast, went back to the cabin to get some bits done, and now we are heading to the meeting point.
So we'll be leaving the port of Messina to head to our first stop of the day, which is going to be Taormina. And then the second stop of the day is going to be Mount Etna, where we'll be having a lovely lunch on top of the mountain. We're going to head to the Greek Theatre, which is right at the other end of this lovely shopping street. This is called Corso Umberto. It's the heart of Taormina's shopping scene, and you'll find a good mixture from designer shops to local shops.
So we're now in Sicily, having a little wander around, and he's showing us all the different things that have been left by the different cultures that have ruled over Sicily. It's so interesting.
What you will find is Taormina is shaped by a really rich history of cultural influences from the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks actually founded Taormina, hence why there is a Greek theatre, which is where we're headed now. The Byzantine and Arabs, Norman and Spanish influences, and European Romanticism. The streets of Taormina are really charming and very picturesque. There's a mixture of medieval and modern touches. Like I say, the main street is really, really busy, as you can see here. This is the main pedestrian thoroughfare. It's got lots of shops, lots of cafes, and then lots of winding alleys that branch off and reveal hidden piazzas, floral displays, cobblestone pathways, and then archways that add to the town's historic feel.
It's picture time. We're going to see the panorama. Oh, look at that. Wow. Hot?
It's hot. Look at the swimming pool there. Coming in.
Oh my god. I'll hold that, Jeff.
This place is amazing.
This place is absolutely amazing. So many different people have been here, from the Greeks to the Normans, to the Arabians, to the Germans, to the Greeks. Did I say Greeks already? Possibly. It's just amazing. So the architecture is all over, all different styles. My group are going, I've lost them. But look just how beautiful. Even the trees look pretty, and the architecture and the view, spectacular. Dodgy Gabbana coffee shop, €20. The most important building in the whole of Sicily. He's telling us why. Oh, we see where the government was located when the Spanish were dominating. Just realised I recorded the wrong building. It's this one here. No, it was the right building, and it's Arabian style. Next, we're going to the ancient theatre.
Look at people.
I know, it's like a sea of people. So many people here, just to make you aware, if you are coming on a trip here, it is very crowded. Everyone's really accommodating though, it doesn't feel that busy, in fairness.
And this is where it worked out really well that we were on a ship's tour. It was obviously very, very busy. There was a really big queue, but because we had tickets in advance, we could just go ahead and go inside.
I'm watching. I got him. So we're in the ancient Greek theatre that was built by the Greeks. So originally built by the Greeks, but adapted by the Romans, where the arches were put in and the seats were extended. Have a little look at this. I mean, this is so impressive. Obviously, these seats done the lower level weren't here, but the upper level are all the originals. Look at that.
And courtesy of my lovely husband, who made the effort to walk all the way to the top to get these breathtaking views for us. Now obviously it's perched on a hillside. The theatre has got amazing panoramic views. You can see Mount Etna, you can see the Ionian Sea, you can see the surrounding hills. On a clear day there's a tiny island, absolutely gorgeous. And then you walk and then you get this amazing view of this whole theatre. And now I'm editing and recording this. I'm gutted that I didn't make the effort to go, but it was so hot.
Well, that was the tiniest street I ever did see. we're back to the place with the gorgeous views because that's where we're meeting at the Lamborghini and Ferrari stop. So from there we're going to go to Mount Etna. So it's an exciting day today.
Taking the opportunity to have a little look at one of the churches here and pick up a couple of snacks before we headed back to the bus. Now, we arrived very, very early in the morning, and as we were walking back, you can see it just got so busy. The street was bustling when we arrived, but now what I would recommend if you are coming on a tour here, do it early. I mean, it's like anywhere, I suppose, but this was definitely really busy compared to when we first arrived. Back on the bus and headed to Mount Etna. As you can see, it was very windy roads, very narrow roads, and there was a little bit of a traffic jam on the way back, but then we were on the way, and where we've just come from, right at the top of the mountain, just to leave and go up another mountain, which is going to be amazing. Towering over Sicily's eastern coast, Mount Etna is a sight like no other. At over 3,300 metres, it is Europe's tallest active volcano, and it's been putting on a show for thousands of years. Some eruptions actually date back 500,000 years, and Etna has shaped the landscape and captured the world's imagination. Every eruption is like nature's way of reminding us who's boss. The thing that was most surprising for me was when I got to the top, the amount of things, restaurants, bars, there were mountain bike hire shops, so many different things at the top that I just did not expect to see. The more we went around it, the more we found out, and you can actually hike up the rugged slopes of Etna, exploring ancient lava tubes. You can even ski here in the winter. Yep, skiing on a volcano. It doesn't get any cooler than that. Etna also gives back in its own way. The volcanic soil here is really fertile, creating the perfect conditions for vineyards and orchards. Some of Sicily's best wines come from these slopes. Now it's time for us to head into this fabulous restaurant, have our lunch, and we are having a 3-course meal. We had bread to start. This was the lovely pasta that we had, and then there was a lovely like lemon drizzly type sponge cake for dessert.
We've just had lunch on top of Mount Etna in a restaurant. There's like a whole city here. And now we've got a couple of minutes before we have to be back on the bus. We're having a little look around and taking some photos with the craters. Oh my god, Jeff! Look at him. Silly Billy, look at the volcanic ash. Sand, ash, I don't know what it is. Well, that was fascinating. So we have a little look. We're going to the crater next. Oh, something just fell out of my hair. Anyway, that was fascinating. We're going to the crater next. When you walk on the volcanic sand, it's really crunchy. So we're going over to the next one. I probably didn't wear the best shoes to be up a volcano or a volcanic mountain. It's active as well. You probably know that.
Mount Etna isn't just a volcano, it's like an entire world of craters, each with its own unique story. The giant gaping formations are reminders of the countless eruptions that have shaped this incredible landscape. At the top, you've got the central craters, the main players in Etna's fiery activity. These steaming, ever-changing openings are where most of the action happens, and every eruption leaves its mark, reshaping them over and over again. But there is more to Etna than just the summit. The slopes are dotted with over 300 smaller craters, like the famous Silvestri craters near the base, and each one is a little piece of Etna's wild history, and some are really easy to explore, just like this one.
So I obviously wore the best shoes for the day because I didn't realise we'd be up an active volcano crater. We are making our way down now. A very kind lady lent me her scarf because it was cold and windy, and the views up here are amazing. Considering this is a volcano, there's so much greenery. Someone's been in there building things. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. And over there is where we had our meal. May have lost all my walking buddies.
So whether it's the massive craters at the summit or the hidden gems further down, Mount Etna's craters really are a must-see. I highly recommend it.
I think this is actually the last stop. I think we're heading back to the ship. But what a day it's been, honestly. First, Taormina, which is a tiny, well, not even that tiny, but a city or a village on top of a mountain. And then a volcano. Outstanding. And there's Jeffrey and Arthur going without me again because I'm always last. Yes. Jeff spotted the mountain bikers. So now he's got to stop to take some photos and book himself a visit. Just over there, I don't know if you can make them out on here.
It's mountain bikes.
So a little bit of advice. If you are going on a cruise and you don't know what your plans are, pack some trainers, just in case of an unexpected trip like this one. Sandals are not great. But it worked. I did it. I survived to tell the tale. I've got a few stones in my feet, which I now have to shake off. And there she is in all her glory, and we dock next to Voyager of the Seas today.
Thank you. Hello, ma'am. Lay it flat, ma'am. Thank you. Long back and push. Thank you for pushing, ma'am. Welcome back. Hello.
No one's here. So we're in the crew area waiting for the crew lift. I still can't find our way around this way. We've just about managed to find our way around the other way. Special privilege. Well, we've literally just arrived back in our cabin and we can hear the anchor going up. All on board time was 5:30. We got on board just about on time at 5:32. They were looking for my sister-in-law. She was the only crew member that wasn't on board because our trip didn't get back until smack bang on 5:30. But the anchor is going up. We are now headed to Naples for a lovely day tomorrow. But I'm going to see you probably later on, just depending on what we do this evening. But I just wanted to add that that is one of the reasons why it's good to do a ship's tour, because even though they are a little bit more expensive, the fact that the ship waits for you if you're not back on time is a guarantee that it's not going to leave without you, which is obviously a very, very good reason. Oh, so we've got cat strings, I think they call, playing the violins, and then you've got Monica and Herman doing their dancing. How amazing are they? Oh, I could watch them all night, honestly. They've been on you for a month and they're on you for another month.
The great thing about being on a cruise is if you are in a bit of a rush to get to the dining room, you don't have to eat there. You can go to the buffet. Now, if you've never tried a buffet at night, here are some reasons why it's a great idea. The relaxed atmosphere means that you're in no rush to finish your meal. The lighting is great. The food is top notch. Nighttime buffets, often they bring out their better dishes. So you get your premium meals, the cuts of meat, the seafood, specialty dishes that you normally won't see during the day. And it's also perfect if there's a few of you. So if you've got your friends, your family, then it's a great time for you to all get together. And the thing I love about the Sun Princess is that this buffet, they serve it to you and everything is behind a glass. So there's not any cross-contamination that you have to worry about.
Okay, weirdest lasagna I've had before. Looks like a bit of a sausage inside because it fell out and I had to poke it back in. But I've got a salad, burger and some chicken.
One thing we were so happy to see was that the silent disco this week was so much better than last week's. Last week there was not a soul except us. Everybody that did pick up headphones, just left them lying around, but this week it was lovely.
360.
We do love our little 360s, but it's not the same without our friends, and they didn't come on this cruise with us. We'll have to do it on the next one. The only bit of feedback I will give is that usually for silent discos you can't hear any music at all, but on this ship they did play background music. Naturally wanting to cram as much as we possibly can into the night, we headed over to the dome, queued for a little bit, and then they let us inside to the bar area to wait until the show started. And it was lovely to see the bar staff just cheering on all of the aerial artists during their performance. It was so lovely to see all that support. And just like that, another lovely day has come to an end. We did cram an awful lot into this one, ending with the amazing Mockingbird singing. And as you can see, you can make your day as busy or as quiet as you like. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.